What if the path to wonder wasn't paved, but carved into cliffs, suspended among the clouds, or winding through valleys older than time itself? Around the world, there are trails that do more than guide your steps. They take your breath away. These walks aren't merely journeys. They are unforgettable experiences that linger with you forever. They call it the maze, and the name is not poetic, it's literal. This place is designed to get you lost. Hidden in the most remote quadrant of Utah's Canyonlands National Park, the maze is a vast, labyrinthine network of sandstone canyons, narrow passages, and sheer cliffs. There is no welcome sign, no paved road leading here, only determination. This is not a destination for casual tourists. Even GPS offers no help. Every wrong turn can cost hours, or worse. It's said that fewer people visit the maze each year than climb Mount Everest. But those who make it, who endure the blistering heat and isolation, discover more than desolation. They find silence. Profound, untouched silence. They witness light dancing across red canyon walls in hues no camera can truly capture. They find freedom. Look closer, and you'll see more. Ancient petroglyphs etched by the ancestral Puebloans, remnants of outlaw hideouts, dry riverbeds that carved these walls over eons. Every rock here tells a story, but you must listen carefully. Still, the maze keeps most of its secrets. It offers no answers, only reflections. Who you are when you enter may not be who walks back out. Not every trail announces its presence. Some, like the Giro del Sorapis, whisper. Tucked away in the Dolomites of northern Italy, this path doesn't boast, it beckons. A winding route weaves through pine forests, limestone walls, and alpine winds. It's not a place to conquer, it's a place to listen to. From the first step, the world narrows. The noise fades. All that remains is breath and the rhythm of boots on soil. As you climb, the trees thin and the views expand. Then, like a reward whispered by the earth, Lago di Sorapis appears. Its waters seem unreal, a milky turquoise, colored by glacial flowers suspended in the lake. It looks painted, not poured. Reflections dance, voices fade. There's no cafe, no railing, just wind, rock, and water. You sit, you breathe, you remember what stillness feels like. And when you walk back, something has shifted. not out there but within you. The Giro del Sorapis doesn't ask for speed, it asks for presence. And if you offer that, it gives you something rare, a piece of the mountain to carry home, quietly, in your soul. There are places on Earth that seem almost allergic to crowds. They don't hide, but they don't advertise. Cascade Saddle is one of them. Tucked between the rugged embrace of Mount Aspiring and the gleaming ice of the Dart Glacier, this narrow ridge isn't just a pass, it's a test. Not just of endurance, but of perspective. Here, elevation sharpens everything. The air, the colors, your sense of scale. You stand thousands of feet above sea level, and yet somehow you feel grounded. The trail to reach it isn't easy. It winds through alpine tussocks, slick rock ledges, and weather that changes within minutes. But every step upward strips away the noise of cities, of phones, of everything artificial. Then suddenly, it opens. One valley to your left, another to your right, and ahead, nothing but sky and snow. You sit, you breathe, you listen to nothing, and yet hear everything. The crack of distant ice, the flap of a Kia's wings, the thunder of your own awe. Cascade Saddle doesn't demand to be remembered. It simply exists, quiet, immense. Some places are marked on maps. Others are etched in blood, sweat, and memory. The Kokoda Track is one of the latter. Stretching 96 kilometers across Papua New Guinea's Owen Stanley Range, this narrow, unforgiving trail winds through dense jungle, steep ridges, and cloud-covered valleys. But its significance lies not just in the terrain, it's in the footsteps of those who came before. In 1942, during World War II, young Australian soldiers fought a brutal campaign here against Japanese forces. Ill-equipped, outnumbered, and undertrained, they were sustained not by firepower, but by endurance, mateship, and courage. Today, the Kokoda Track stands as a living monument, a path of remembrance. Every year, trekkers from around the world come not just to hike, but to honor. They pass through villages, Minari, Efogi, Isarava, where life continues quietly and respectfully in the long shadow of history. The people here are guardians of memory, descendants of the legendary Fuzzy Wuzzy angels who carried wounded soldiers through the mud with unmatched compassion. The journey is grueling. The mud is deep. The air is thick. But in every step lies something sacred, a connection to the past, to the land, and to the resilience of the human spirit. Kokoda is more than a challenge. It's a conversation between generations, between nations, and between the land and those who dare to walk it. Not all mountains rise to be climbed. Some rise to challenge the very definition of survival. Mount Washington, the crown of New England, is not the tallest mountain in the US, but it may be the most unforgiving. Its peak, just 1,917 meters high, holds the record for some of the fastest surface wind speeds ever recorded, once reaching 231 miles per hour. Standing here, the sky feels closer, the air thinner, and every breath sharper. The weather shifts within minutes, fog becomes snow, and sunshine gives way to ice. This is where meteorologists, adventurers, and storm chasers come, not for comfort, but for confrontation. The Mount Washington Observatory has stood here since 1932, a fortress of science, battling the elements, watching the sky speak in storms. But it's not all fury. In the fleeting calm, the presidential range stretches out like a spine of stone. Alpine flowers bloom, golden eagles soar, and hikers on the Appalachian Trail find something few places offer: solitude above the clouds. You can drive, hike, or take the Cog Railway, America's first mountain climbing train, to reach the summit. But regardless of how you arrive, the mountain ensures you earn the view. Up here, nature isn't filtered. It's raw, immediate, and real. And Mount Washington doesn't promise safety, only awe. They once called it the most dangerous path in the world. Now, it's a suspended ribbon of thrill, El Caminito del Rey. Tucked deep within the rugged canyons of southern Spain, this trail is not for the faint-hearted. It clings, quite literally, to vertical cliffs, hundreds of feet above the Guadalhorce River, like a line drawn between survival and surrender. Originally constructed in the early 1900s for hydroelectric workers, this narrow walkway, only 1 meter wide, was never intended for tourists. But legends attract the bold. And so they came, climbers, adventurers, thrill seekers, walking on shattered boards and rusted rails, risking everything for the view. Following a complete renovation in 2015, El Caminito del Rey is now safer, but no less breathtaking. The glass floor balconies still make your knees tremble. The suspended bridges still sway gently in the wind. And the cliffs? They still stare back in silent challenge. As you walk, time seems to fade. Every step pulls you deeper into the gorge, carved by water, shaped by wind, stained by sun. You become part of the canyon's echo, part of the vertical dream. Then, just when your breath catches, not from fear but from awe, you arrive at the final viewpoint. Below, turquoise waters flow like melted sky. Above, vultures glide in perfect silence. El Caminito del Rey is not just a path, it's a rite of passage. They call it mist trail, but the word mist hardly captures the force you'll encounter. In Yosemite National Park, this trail isn't just a path, it's an experience in motion, a climb where every step becomes wetter, louder, and more alive. It begins gently. Pines whisper overhead, the Merced River dances beside you. But soon the rhythm changes. The air grows thick with sound and mist. Up ahead, Vernal Fall appears like a silver curtain, thundering down with defiance. The closer you get, the more you feel it, on your skin, in your heartbeat. The stone steps are carved into the mountain, slick, uneven, and alive with water. You grip the railing, you watch your footing. But then you look up. A rainbow cuts through the mist. Hikers pause, smiles spread. Strangers become comrades in a brief, breathless moment of awe. Climbing higher, Nevada Fall greets you with even greater power. And the view from the top? It's not just beautiful, it's earned. It's the kind of beauty that humbles you. Mist Trail isn't for the casual stroller. It's for those who don't mind getting soaked, who crave the wild in its rawest form, who know that nature, whether it whispers or roars, always leaves something behind. So if your path takes you through Yosemite, don't just visit the valley. Climb, get wet, get loud, and let Mist Trail show you what it means to feel fully alive. Some trails lead forward. Via Ferrata leads upward. Born from war, when soldiers needed safe passage through the impossible, these iron roads now invite adventurers to trace history with their hands, feet, and hearts. Stretching across Italy and Austria, Via Ferrata routes cling to cliffs like silver veins. Steel cables, iron rungs, and ladders bolted into sheer rock faces. This is not hiking. This is climbing with confidence, where every step is secured, but never guaranteed. In the Dolomites, you ascend beside jagged peaks that glow pink at dawn. In Austria's Dachstein, you hang suspended above alpine valleys so vast, they steal your breath more than the climb. It's not just the landscape that leaves you speechless. It's the feeling, suspended between earth and sky, trusting your gear, your focus, your courage. You move in rhythm, clip, step, breathe. The silence of the mountain becomes your companion. And somewhere between the base and the summit, you realize you're not conquering the mountain, you're meeting yourself. Via Ferrata doesn't promise ease, but it offers something more. A vertical meditation, a rope line between adrenaline and awe. And at the summit, when you look back, you won't just see the route you climbed. You'll see the version of yourself who dared to climb it. They say only angels could land here. Maybe that's true, because when you're standing on this spine of red rock with a 1,000-foot drop on either side and nothing but a chain to hold onto, flying starts to feel safer than walking. This is Angel's Landing, Utah. It's not the highest point in Zion National Park, but it is definitely the most daring. It starts innocently, a quiet path through Refrigerator Canyon, cool and shaded. Then come the switchbacks. Walter's Wiggles, 21 tight turns that feel like a spiral staircase through time. Then, the real trail begins. A narrow ridge, barely wide enough for 2 feet. The wind doesn't howl, it whispers, it tempts. One misstep and it's over. But every heartbeat says, keep going. Up here, the earth feels different. The red rock glows. The virgin river below looks like a silk ribbon cutting through the valley. And the silence, it's deep, ancient, sacred. You don't conquer Angel's Landing. You earn it. With every step, you face something inside you. And when you reach the top, what matters most isn't the view. It's that you got there. And maybe, just maybe, for one moment, you did fly. What if the journey itself became the destination? Along Hawaii's breathtaking Na Pali coast lies the Kalalau Trail, a rugged path that challenges the body and rewards the soul. Spanning 11 miles of steep cliffs, dense jungle, and cascading waterfalls, it is not a hike for the faint-hearted. But those who venture here find themselves embraced by raw, untouched beauty. Each step echoes the footsteps of ancient Hawaiians, whose legends still whisper through the valleys and sacred groves. The trail is alive with soaring seabirds, colorful tropical flowers, and the scent of salt air mingling with forest earth. When you finally reach Kalalau Beach, the journey reveals its treasure, a pristine stretch of sand framed by towering cliffs and the endless blue of the Pacific. Here, time slows. The only sounds are crashing waves and the gentle rustle of palm fronds. The Kalalau Trail is more than just a trail. It is a reminder that nature in its wildest form invites us to respect its power, cherish its wonders, and find humility in its vastness. So, if you seek adventure beyond the ordinary, follow this path less traveled, where every step is a story and every view a masterpiece.